All right, we're about to kick things off. Let me press a few buttons. I'm not sure if this is going live. Yeah, it looks like it is. Oh, it's chaos. I've got a little song to play for you. I tried to play this intro during the screensaver, but it didn't work. So I'm going to play it now. This is just a bit of an intro for you. Feel free to jump up and have a dance, Stumpy, if you...
That won't be happening.
Oh, shit. All right, there we go. That's your intro. Didn't go to plan, but, you know, these things never do. But tonight, on the final whistle, we welcome a man that needs no introduction in Winston Hills. He's known in the comp as the Winsto Eagle, but to most, they know him as Stumpy. He's a self-proclaimed goat of our punters club, and he's a bloke who's never short of confidence when it comes to picking a winner. Footy runs deep in the Martin DNA. While the family are divided on who they support, Stumpy stays strong to the Sea Eagles. There's only one question needing to be asked tonight. Where did it all go wrong? Let's find out, Stumpy. Welcome to the final whistle.
How are you, Stevie? How are you back?
Yeah, we're good, thanks. How are you?
So we've got to guess, obviously you are the main man tonight, but we do have the assistant coach right by my side. So welcome back to the final whistle.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know. What do we do now?
You tell me.
Where does it all start? Are you pumped for the footy this weekend?
Mate, 100%. Big game this week, especially with Manly playing Para, which is always exciting. Always look forward to that game every year, every time it comes around every year.
100%. Mate, we have a bet, right? So
100%.
The loser buys the other guy a slab of beer, or whatever the choice of poison is. Are we up for it again this year? Because we want a year off. This is a year I reckon we probably should just have a elite year this year. Have a miss year.
Mate, I'm happy to do whatever you want to do, but it wouldn't be right if we didn't have a bet.
No, how long's that tradition been going on for? I reckon it feels like a little while, but I don't know who's in front. Who's in front on the win-loss ratio?
Like we've got the short straw here.
Well, I don't think I've bought you many cartons, to be honest.
That's right.
I think I've only dropped a couple up there. I think there's been more left on my front veranda than I've left on yours.
Yeah, 100%. And if it's not football related, it's usually you coming over to sort out all the issues that we have here with different plumbing, which we'll get to in my little list of questions about the Stumpy family. But so tell us a little bit about the family. I mean, the makeup. I mean, people don't know. Like the guys in the tipping comp, they're not across the Martins as we are. So to tell the guys what makes up the Martin family.
Well, there's my wife Mary, two boys, Aiden and Connor.
Yep.
One's 17, Connor's 14.
And they're both in the tipping comp, aren't they?
They're both. Everyone's in the tipping comp. I had to pay for everyone. Not keen on getting their money out of their pocket, but they're all in and having a crack.
Who gets the winnings if one of them wins?
Well, I'm sure it won't be me.
That's right.
That's right. So I'm going to try to go off my memory. So Mary's name in the tipping comp is the Tipperary Panther.
Tipperary Panther. That's the jersey I'm wearing today.
Well, oh, yeah, right. Yep. All the way from Ireland.
All the way from Ireland, the blue and gold. I thought just for you, Stevie, I'd better put something blue and gold on.
Yeah, very nice, mate. Is that Gaelic football?
Yeah, Gaelic football and hurling.
Right.
They play both, so it's
very good.
You've got a story about hurling, haven't you?
I do have a story. We might get to that in just a second. So, Connor, he's obviously very creative, like my son, and his display name in the comp is Connor, right? So he's in the comp. Yep.
But it's not actually spelled how his name's spelled. So I don't actually. It's spelled ER, I think, and he's OR. So I'm not quite sure on his schooling ability, to be honest. You can't spell your own name. I don't know what much hope you got. But anyway.
There might be a method behind the madness. Now, your other son, is he up the top leading? Is he he's a boss?
Yeah, but he's got the same problem, I think, with the spelling. I think it's supposed to be ADOS.
All right. So who do they take after?
Well, I am only a plumber, so. It might be in the breeding from my side, I think.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, so Beck just mentioned the story that I've got with hurling. So we went and did a trip to Ireland when we were younger. Or we were overseas doing a working holiday. But while we were over there, we did a bit of a trip to Ireland, and the tour guide wanted to stop the tour bus on the side, and there was a park, and we had a drink and a rest break.
Anyway, that'd be unusual to have a drink in Ireland, isn't
it? Every half an hour he stopped for a drink. He was a crazy Irish. I don't know how he got his license or why he was driving the bus, because he was drinking as well. He was having as much as what we were on the bus. But anyway, long story short was he decided to wanted to have a game, and the football got thrown around. It wasn't the hurling stick, and anyway, I dropped the shoulder and broke his lip, and there was a little bit of blood, and it became a thing.
Yeah, right.
It became a bit of a thing on the trip, but yeah, there's my little.
The other thing I remember about that trip was the size of the seagulls.
I don't remember. Tell me. Were they big or small?
Like the seagulls over there, they're on steroids.
Yeah, they're a bit bigger than the weenie ones we have here. Well, down the northern beaches anyway.
Yeah, right. So Mary being Irish, and I wanted to touch on this. How did you and Mary meet? Like, what's the story behind meeting? And I'm assuming it's in Ireland.
Yeah, 100%. I went as you guys did. We went travelling over there with a few mates. Bit of a crazy time in my life, I suppose. Just having a good time, which I still like to do. But yeah, we ended up going to a jazz festival in Cork, and that was the night I found Mary beside a cigarette machine. It was very, very romantic, and we had a little bit of a pash, and she went one direction, I went the other, and I stalked her for a little while and found her hiding in the toilets at one of their takeaway joints, which I stood out the front of and said, I'm not leaving here until I get a number.
There you go.
Come out, and that's history, I suppose. Now we're married.
Yeah, right.
23 years ago.
What year were you over there, Stumpy?
We were there 2001, 2002.
The same as us.
Was it?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. So the boys, have they been? Obviously, they've been back to Ireland, but do they? How many? Like regularly, or you guys just?
I think Aiden, the 17-year-old. I think he's been back 9 times. So we do go back fairly regularly. I mean, Mary's got a few sisters over there that she's pretty close to. So we try and get back as much as we can. And they come out as well. So it's, just got to work it out. Got to have the money to go. That's the problem. But in saying that, it's cheap enough. No accommodation, you know what I mean? It's a couple of flights and you're there. So
you were there not that long ago. I remember, were you over there a couple of years ago for New Year's?
Yeah, we went 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago for New Year's. Yeah, that was good.
And I think Jamie and Kate, they joined you for New Year's.
Yeah, we met them in Dublin. Yeah, we met them in Dublin for a 2-day bender, actually.
And it
was 11 to 4 a.m. 2 days in a row.
The Conor McGregor pub.
Yeah.
So I have heard the stories, and they don't need to be shared necessarily on this chat. That does sound like a awesome holiday and trip. And you're definitely not going to be coming back without stories when you're going away with Jamie and Kate. So
that's for sure. That's for sure.
Well, Beck touched on it. Well, we've all touched on it. So what do you do for work, Stumpy? Tell the comp. What does Stumpy do for work? If you want to give your business a plug, mate, you're welcome to, because I'll send the check in the mail just for sponsorship and royalties.
Well, I work, me and my brother just got our own little small business, just plumbers. You know what I mean? We do a lot of commercial stuff.
Plumbers.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know, but we just do, it's a lot of commercial sort of fire stuff. We're not really into domestic stuff, but I don't mind helping out where I have to.
A little bit too often in our household, unfortunately. But
yeah, your house is a bit of a different one. That's for sure.
I don't know if I should have this on record and put it on the internet, because if we ever want to sell, it's probably not a smart thing to have live on the internet. That we've got our plumber having to sort out plumbing issues, but it's all fixed now, right, Stump? So it's all done.
Well, it's fixed for the time being, Stevie. Those roots always grow back. You know that.
I don't know what you're talking about,
Yeah,
but I said we've got to leave those stories from Ireland to another time, so we'll forget about that. But mate, you mentioned your brother Moose.
Yeah.
He's not in the tipping comp. We've got to get Moose into the tipping comp. But the reason why I wanted to bring up your brother is because he's the only one in the family that's got some taste. And by the sounds of it, and from when I've met him a couple of times, he seems like a good bloke. Obviously, being a Parramatta Eels supporter, he's a legend of a bloke. But I want to understand, how in the hell are you a Sea Eagle supporter and your brother is a Parramatta supporter? How does that work?
I'm not sure how it all come about, to be honest. But like, we grew up in Dundas, which is only 5 minutes from Parra Stadium. But my dad was a Tiger supporter. My older brother supports Manly, and Moose was always a bit of a North Sydney supporter before he actually come across to the Eels. So once North went, that's how he ended up becoming Eel. And I think I just become a Manly supporter because that's who's the team that despises Manly the most, and I was Parramatta. So it was like, that's why that's how it all come about, I suppose. That I'm a Manly supporter.
Now, Bunny's a DOS, and I'm assuming Aiden is a Rabbit supporter as well.
100%. He's a Rabbit.
Who's Connor support? You might have said it, but I can't recall. Who's Connor
support?
He's
a Shark supporter.
Oh my god!
And then Mary's a Penrith supporter.
Yeah, wow.
So there's not one person in the family that supports the same team here. So we get a fair spread of games over the weekend with everyone watching their own team. So there's good rivalries with every game that happens. So.
Do the boys follow the footy closely, or they're into other sports and don't really care too much about the NRL?
I mean, I wouldn't say they're keen followers. Like, they're always checking the score, but not every time they'd sit down and watch a game. You know what I mean? But there's always good banter within the family.
They've grown up playing AFL, right?
Yeah, well, that's it. They've played AFL since they've been 8 and 9. The youngest one's played a bit of league for a couple of years, but mostly AFL.
Who do you support in the AFL?
Where is it?
Oh,
yeah, okay.
And do you all support that team, or do you?
Yeah, we're all Giant supporters. We probably get to 3 or 4 games as a family each year. We always get out to Homebush and watch a game or two. So,
is that because they're the local team?
Well, it probably is the local team, and that's what they play in the comp. Is more that. So yeah, I don't know. It's just what they've grown up with, I suppose. They've played a lot of their junior academy and stuff through the Giants. So
there's a hope that I can get you to support Parramatta. It being the local team, and if we can get the boys to represent for the Eels, there's a chance that Stumpy and Mary might be going for Parramatta Eels sometime soon.
There's no chance of that happening ever in my life.
I'm gonna keep working on Mary. I reckon there's a chance. Getting Mary to swap sides.
Yeah, you might get Mary, but when you win 4 comps in a row, it's
it would be very hard. Hey, going back to you've been Martin Plumbing and the plumbing stories. Tell us what job you've gone to. Surely you've had a disaster story, or a good plumbing story that you can share with everyone. Well, I'm interested in this. I don't think I've asked you this question over many beers we've had.
I haven't had that many disasters, really. Like, I don't want to say too much about your house.
If you want to lead with that one, you're welcome to, but I wouldn't call that a disaster. I see that as being a success story. But yeah, I'm interested in.
Well, it wasn't a disaster on the Sunday, though, Stevie, when I came over.
What's that?
It wasn't a disaster the Sunday I was there when they had sewer all downstairs in that lovely room of yours.
Less than ideal, but it looks fantastic now, Stumpy.
Yeah, I know, it's all been better. But we have flooded a couple of buildings in town just with silly stuff that was our own fault, not leaving stuff open, and we've flooded, I think, four floors of car park, the lift shaft right up 4 floors.
Wow.
But these are like 40-story buildings that, you know what I mean? By the time you turn the water on at the top, and get to the bottom.
It's a waterfall.
You've got to go back up top and turn it off. There's a lot of water that's still coming in. So, we haven't had anything bad, to be honest, which is good. Touch wood.
Yes.
Same sort of line of questioning. My question was, what's the most disgusting thing you've seen, like in a dream? Like there must be things that you've seen with it, like.
There's lots of things. Like I wouldn't want to. I'm not going to say what are the worst things I've seen, but there is. Yeah.
Oh well, now I'm intrigued. Now I want to know.
Things that you don't want to see, that you can see in toilets and drains. And
it's hard to keep it. It's hard to keep it above board when we're talking about sewage, but
yeah.
And I've been.
There's always plenty of white mice. Are the most craziest thing for the sewer system. If you don't know what the white mice are, ladies.
Oh, tampons.
Oh, right.
The little white things with a tail on the back. They're called a white mouse.
Yeah, right.
Well, I've been. I don't know if you can see. Can you see the chat at the bottom, Stump?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, so people have been asking about poo stories, and the poo emoji getting a good workout. So it's all in theme by the looks of it.
Yeah.
What's it saying? Lisa's
being
Beck's big poo with
kind.
chunks of. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. It's all happening on the chat.
Far better than your tampons, Lisa.
That's it. But the Garrard's poo smells like roses.
Now I know you're lying. Trust me, I know you're lying. I've got two teenage boys.
Yeah.
Right, holiday destinations I've got down here. Tell us, I know you do travel a little bit, but what's your next holiday destination, or where do you guys usually go to for holidays?
Oh, well, our holidays are usually saved for every 2 years. Like to go back to Ireland, see Mary's friends, and either do a bit of America or a bit of Europe when we can. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm not knocking the holidays I have. You know what I mean? They're always a good time, and we're planning one for summer next year. So I think June, July 2026.
Yeah.
We're going to
Sorry.
do Spain, France, and hopefully back to England for Wimbledon.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic.
So what, 2026?
That's 2026. And the Soccer World Cup's going to be on at the same time, so probably be a good time in Europe to be out around and partying, I suppose.
Yeah, wow. Have you been to Wimbledon before?
No, I've been there, not when the tournament's been on, but
right.
I have been there, but not for the tournament.
Yeah, when we did our working holiday, I took the day and spent it. I was on the outside courts, so I just hung around all day, and I couldn't get into the centre court. But the main game was on. I think it was the last 10 minutes when they knew the game was being wrapped up.
Yeah,
and the security all left their points, so I
was
in the outside area watching inside the arena, but on the outside of the main court. And once the security's left, I went up to the stadium at the top of the stairs, and I stood at the top of the stairs, overlooked everything.
Yeah.
And the atmosphere was right as, I think, is it Goran Ivanovic or?
Yeah, Goran Ivanovic.
I can't remember who.
Goran Ivanovic.
Yeah.
Ivanovic.
Yeah. It was.
It's Goran Lisa Rizovic.
Right.
Yeah.
That one. So I can't remember who he was playing, but someone online, if Ben's online, he's a sport trivia head. He'll be able to tell me. But whoever he was playing, that final point, the stadium erupted. And honestly, I've been to a few live venues and a few sports, and I don't think I felt what I felt when.
It's a crazy stadium. I think it only holds about 8,000 or something. It's very
really steep and really close in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sort of has really burned a memory in my mind to think that was awesome. I'd love to go back at some stage.
Yeah.
So the caravanning though, you guys go caravanning as well?
I've got the sorry, I'm just
refueling.
It's too far. I had to go downstairs to refuel mine.
That's it. No, my mum and dad have a caravan, and whenever they're away a lot in it, but whenever they're not, you know what I mean, we try to get away. We've got a lot of, you know what I mean, a lot of our friends, we've got bands as well, so we try to get away. But as the kids get older, they don't want to come. It's like we're not really going as much anymore, you know what I mean? It was more, I suppose, 4 or 5 years ago we were doing that. But how's yours going? Is yours going all right?
Yeah. Where are we going in?
We're going to Foster over Easter. So
yeah, nice.
To that.
Yeah.
Which one are you staying at? The one Garrard or the Foster side?
I don't know. I don't know Foster well enough. I've only ever been once before. I was pregnant with Libby. Remember that time we went camping? It was torrential rain, and we were in a tent, and we all woke up to about 6 inches of water inside the tent.
Yeah.
It was horrific. And I, you know, in my wisdom back then, had taken all of the really good quality bed linen. So I had all the Sheridan bed linen there, which was just, you know, I spent the next couple of days in the laundry there, drying everything out. And I think we went one more time camping, and then Stephen said no more camping. We were halfway through a camping trip actually, and there'd been some shocking weather. It's like we do a rain dance every time we went camping. And so halfway through a camping trip, Stephen's thrown the tent away, and he's gone to reception and not demanded, but requested a cabin. From there on in, it was only cabins when we went away.
Yep.
And obviously now we've got the caravan, and I have to be honest, I really like it.
It is. It's good fun in the van.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second camping trip, well, the first one, I'll go back to the first one Beck's talking about with all the you know, doonas and pillows and everything that got completely saturated. And when we're talking storms, we're talking crazy storms, not like a little bit of water. And that was grand final day. So I can't remember what year it was, but it was
pregnant with Libby, so 2011.
There you go. So that was grand final 2011. Because I remember the next day while Beck was trying to dry everything, me and the boys were watching the football, and the two guys, say again.
Good year, 2011.
Did Manly win it? Who was it between?
I don't know, but we won it in 2011. We won 2008, beat Melbourne, but not just 2011.
You killed a few brain cells probably in 2011, the grand final day with the drink.
What's it, 2011? I can't
I
remember. That was the first year Daly Cherry Evans won.
Yeah, okay.
That was the first year he played.
Yeah, right.
It could have been Melbourne again.
2011. I'm terrible. If Jack was close by, I'd ask. Beck's going to look it up on her phone now by the looks of it. But yeah, so grand final day, two of the mates that we were away with about 4 or 5 families. But the two boys were coming first in the tipping comp. So they were they were a tie. So the winner of the game would be the winner of the tipping comp. So it was a good day. Who is it?
Warriors.
There you go. Would never.
Warriors.
Yeah. Right. I don't even remember that game. Warriors did get to the grand final once. That might have been it.
Yeah. Warriors.
There you go. And then the second one was with Bomber not that long ago. It was a few years back. We took the same tent, actually. It was the same big tent. We got rid of that. Then we went and bought one of those dome tents because the first one was leaking water through the stitching. And then because it was so windy and, like I said, it was a big storm, that didn't last. So the next day I threw everything out. I said, that's it. We got into a cabin. And from this day forward, I said, I don't mind doing all that stuff by myself with mates, but I'm not taking the family away with the kids.
That's it. And I don't know, it seems like every long weekend, Easter or October, it seems to fill with rain. You know what I mean? Everyone's...
Yep.
I just know it always seems, especially Easter, always seems to be rain. And they're predicting it again this year, I've heard. So
yeah. Yep. Yeah, well, this weekend, I'm supposed to be playing golf on Saturday, and it's supposed to be bucketing down. So I've also booked in the group at Drummond Golf down at North Mead, just as a backup. But yes, rain. So that's only going to help Parramatta this weekend, though.
That's it. They need all the help they can get.
Yeah, birds can't fly well in the rain, but eels swim very, very well.
That's it.
You brought up Daly Cherry Evans before. How are you feeling about his departure from Manly?
Oh, he's been a great servant to our club. Like, it's one of those things. I don't think Manly's done right by him, from what I've heard. They didn't offer him anything, and he's decided to move on. And good luck to him. And hopefully, I'd love him to still be there next year, but it just sounds like that he's moved on. It's like people move on. Cooper Cronk played for Melbourne for 14 years and then went to the Roosters, you know what I mean, won a comp. It's one of my hope this year is we'll win the comp and he can retire.
Yeah, that'll be the fairy tale.
That'd be the fairy tale, you know what I mean? But we just got to wait and see what happens. But good luck to him. I personally think Manly's done wrong by him. They should have offered him some sort of contract.
Did you watch the interview on 100% Footy on Monday night?
Yeah, I don't like staying up much past 8:30, but I stayed up on Monday night to just see what was happening, and I thought he presented himself well. And
yeah, I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah, and that's
very diplomatic.
Yeah, and I don't think he's in it for the money, but I still think he should be paid what he's worth. You know what I mean? He shouldn't take it under a Manly offering him something measly. Like we've got a young bloke coming through, and hopefully, I don't know, we'll just see how it goes, and hopefully it doesn't spoil our season. That's the one thing I'm hoping for.
I've seen some of the commentary over the last day or two, and I agree with a lot of what I've read. I think it'll galvanise the team. I don't think it's going to divide them. It sounds like that the way it's all unfolded and the support that Cherry's got, I think it'll only get the players, closer together. I mean, it doesn't affect them. At the end of the day, him doing what he did, where he sort of gave them advance notice so they can plan, is only going to leave a good taste in most people's mouths, I think, and the players won't personally be too affected. It's not affecting them apart from him leaving the team. So I can't see why it would divide them. It'll only galvanise them, I think.
Yeah, well, that's open, and they're all in the same boat. I mean, they're all only trying to make a living as well, so they understand where it's all coming from. So.
Look at my assistant coach bringing in football chat, asking the hard hitting questions about Stevie.
That's it, Beck. Well done.
Yeah, very well done. And she watched the 100% Footy, which I'm very impressed with. I didn't know that. I haven't actually watched the interview yet. I've seen all the snippets, but I haven't had a chance to sit and watch it all, so I'll have to watch it.
Probably only because Mass was on before him. Was that the
reason? Right. I'll probably be stuck out here. Well, not stuck because I enjoy it. I'll probably out here doing something to do with the football tipping comp. But yeah, I haven't watched the whole interview. But there you go. I'll have to get the assistant on more often. She's right across all the media information with football.
That's it, mate. That's it.
All right, what have we got next? I do have a few more questions. Current and past favourite players, mate. I don't know this answer, so I'm interested to hear who you look up to in the footy or who you rate. Probably
in the current batch is I like Jared Croker. He's I only like Manly players. That's just who I am. Yeah. I'm just a good hard toiler, tackles hard. You know what I mean? Just always in the game. I like Toto Kola. Plays in the centres for Manly.
Yeah.
He's quick, energetic, but you know what I mean? They're probably the two guys at Manly that I really enjoy watching, and I love Amoli Olakwadu. He gets my $20 a week as first try scorer every week.
Was it last week he got it?
The first week. But he usually gets 3 or 4 a season at 14 or 15 to 1. So it sort of keeps your bank balance about even. But yeah. I love seeing him score a try.
I brought him this week in Supercoach, and I've been holding off because I haven't been able to afford to get him in. But I don't think I can hold off when they're playing Parramatta and the scoreline that I expect to happen this weekend. I can't not have him, so I've brought him this week.
Yeah, so your left side need to tighten up a little bit on that left side, I think.
Yeah. I did look at the team sheet, but I'm pretty sure the young winger. I don't know. I have to have a look at our team sheet. Addo Carr's obviously got another call up, but I think we swapped our wingers around again for this weekend.
Yeah, right. The young guy's been going all right. What's the just debuted?
I
the
couldn't
mum.
remember.
Is it Shinami or
Something like that. It's a strange name, not
Yeah.
across. He seems all right. I don't know why, if he's injured or not. I actually haven't looked at it, to be honest with you. I'm not up to it. I'm not up to date on the news. Maybe Beck will be able to tell me.
Yeah, that's and getting back to the older players, I loved Menzies, Cliffy Lyons.
Yeah.
Cliffy Lyons, loved the bloke, could have a smoke half time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Real knockout.
Is he still playing? I heard he was playing not that long ago. Is he still running around?
Cliffy's always running around somewhere. He'd be
in
doing
the country somewhere, isn't he? Playing country footy.
I'm sure he'd be around. That's for sure.
Yeah. So past player though, Gutho doesn't get a mention because he wasn't a past Manly player.
Well, Gutho. In saying that, I've become to like Gutho again this year. I didn't like him. Now he's gone back to the Dragons. But I've created this monster with my youngest one, Connor. He's a bit of a para hater as well. So now Gutho's left. He said, "No, I'm never going to like Gutho."
Yeah.
He played Parramatta. Once he's played at Parramatta,
It's rubbed off. He's the youngest.
Right.
Connor's the youngest.
Yeah, Connor's the youngest one. Yeah.
Now I know why. If I had to pick out between both of them, I would have said Connor would have been that guy that doesn't go for Parramatta. He likes to stir the pot, young Connor.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those ones. I can tell you that for sure.
Right. What else have we got here, Beck? We know who the boys support, favourite players, best football memory as a fan.
Probably the 2008 grand final, 40-0. Can't beat that. Winning the grand final.
Did they play that year?
You know what I mean?
Did they play that year?
Melbourne. They played Melbourne that year. Definitely 40-0.
Yeah, I remember.
Wasn't it 2009 that they beat us?
Yeah, 2009 they beat us.
What?
Didn't you win the comp in 2009?
Yeah,
that's right. You didn't win it.
We won it on deep.
You didn't get the ring though. You never got the ring.
No, we didn't get the ring. So Highmarsh he's still ringless.
I saw the scoreline said different that he's got.
Yeah, it was like the 2001 against Newcastle. By half time, it was all over. We show a bit of promise come the second half, but we leave their run too late. But
that's it. The game was over in the first half.
This is not about Parramatta or us. It's all about you, Stumpy. Let's just focus on Manly. There's nothing good to say about Parramatta at the moment.
Yeah, I can see Connor there. Let Connor come into. Yeah, come on, Connor.
That's Mary.
Oh, Mary!
Well, she's just come back from the gym. She might not want to put her head around the corner.
Oh,
hello, Mary.
Hi.
Hello. Come back to the gym now. I'm washing clothes.
Right.
Actually, I've got a load on. I've got to go hang out. Thanks for the reminder.
This is football talk. This is not domestic.
Oh, sorry. That's why I'm just going.
Oh, very good. So, football memory. What's as a fan? What's the memory that you can? Oh, you said it was the grand final. What about? Did you go to the grand final?
No, I didn't go to the grand final. I've never been to a grand final ever in my whole life. Never.
So, a live memory though, when you've gone to a game, what's a memory that you can think of something that's happened on the field or off the field or after the game?
There's nothing there that I could. No, I haven't got any. I can't say I've got a memory. My memory's usually shot when I walk out.
Yeah. Oh, I hear. My memory's shocking, but when it comes to football memories, I do recall a lot of stuff. Going to the games. You guys are members too, aren't you? Like your Manly members.
I'm just a 6-game member at Manly, so GA. It takes a bit of effort to get over there. You know what I mean? If we were at Combank, I'd be there every week like you are. You know what I mean? But I probably go to more games at Combank than I do at Brookvale.
I did have that in my notes somewhere, but I forgot to mention it. But I reckon I see you at more power games than I do Manly games.
I love getting along to the footy, a couple of beers, and you know what I mean? Chat with your mates. It's all good fun.
I'd love to do a survey of Winston Hills to find out the breakdown of the supporter base in Winston Hills, because I've never met so many Manly supporters until I've outside of the Manly Warringah region, like in Winston Hills, there's so many Manly supporters. It's crazy.
Yeah, mate, we get around.
Yes. So, what's Anthony's name in the tipping comp? He's at Winsto Fly. That's
Winsto Fireman, and
that's Chris.
Yeah, and I don't know what he's called Eagle something.
Yeah, Eagle. Yeah, I can't think, but it's crazy amount of people have that they're either Parramatta supporters or Manly supporters. I've noticed, but
yeah.
What was that?
Oh, that was her throwing in the Penrith band.
Oh, Penrith. Well, yeah, Troy's a Penrith supporter, so he's a token Penrith supporter that hangs out with you guys.
Yeah.
Your biggest heartbreak, mate. So obviously, Manly.
I don't think. I was trying to think. I can't think of a heartbreak. I don't think. Like this, you win and you lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I probably don't take it to heart that much. I probably up and move on. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I take losses bad, but in an hour I'm probably over it. Looking forward to next week.
I have to say, this year Stevens really struggled with the Eels, losing like they have, and he's going to have a smile on his face now. But there's been a couple of weekends in a row here where he's come home and really struggled. Like he's really internalized his grief. It's like
round one was hard.
I think round two was worse.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with me, it's always like when your team plays on a Thursday or Friday night, and you get beaten. It's like it seems like a long time to the next week. You know what I mean? I'd rather lose on a Sunday because you know you can be back playing on the Thursday or Friday. You know what I mean? It's not that long away. Where if you lose on a Thursday or a Friday night, it's like, yeah, I've got to deal with that the whole weekend, and your team's lost.
Yeah. I've learned over the time though that fully support the team and the players, but I've, instead of venting my frustrations about what's going on in the game, I do internalize a lot now. I just sort of come back a little bit, rocking in the corner in the fetal position, as I say. But
you can always move on, Stevie. You don't have to stick it out.
I have the flagpole up, and then when we are going bad, if you drive past my house, Stumpy, and it's at half mast, I need you to stop in for a beer. My brother
has his flagpole at half mast as well. Don't worry.
He doesn't even put it out.
What was that?
Mary's saying that she doesn't even he doesn't put his flag out anymore. She reckons.
Yeah.
I did contemplate taking it down, but that's not in the spirit of it. I am that guy, as you probably know, that wear the jersey every weekend, win, loss, or otherwise. It's irrelevant. I'll wear it proud, but it is a roller coaster. But we'll get there. I say to my young bloke, when we do eventually win the grand final, if we're alive when it happens, we're going to celebrate because it's going to be the biggest thing that's ever happened in your life.
Sure, you'll get one eventually. Can't wait that. You can't do a lifetime.
Yeah, well, let's hope, and I'll hold you to that, Stump. Is that all the questions in the main part? Now we're going to do some footy tipping. Actually, you know what? I said to you before we started, I wasn't as prepared as what I typically am. I usually have all the stats for everybody in this section, and I haven't looked up your stats, so we might even.
They wouldn't be good.
Are they not good? Well, that's probably some of the questions that were in there. Do you know where you came last year at least, or do you know how you've gone over the last few years?
I would have been mid-table. Okay.
Do you know where you're coming now?
About 25th, in the 20s somewhere. But to be honest, I bet with my heart more than my punting brain, I would say. You know what I mean? I'm a Manly. I tip Manly every week, and I don't tip Para every week. So there's two tips automatically.
Well, you should be going well this year.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's good when they're losing, you know what I mean? And then I like to bet with my heart more than my brain, I suppose.
Yep. So. What about Mary, if she's still there? Do you know where you're coming, Mary?
Well, I was doing very well until I changed my thing. I was coming around 16th at one point.
Were you?
But but then last week kind of threw me off a bit because I had Manly, and then I changed it to whatchamacallit, to the Canberra Raiders.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think might be nearly close to 30 now. And then I took Penrith.
Well, if you come in
Even though
30, you're
I
killing
feel like
it. I'm in the 70s.
sorry. Look at me here. I
Hey,
feel
last time we saw you, we were out at Penrith Trots, which was an interesting night. And the following day, you were heading into the city to celebrate St. Pat's Day.
Oh, yeah.
How was that?
hot.
Yeah.
Was it?
What
Yeah,
dress
it was very hot.
Did you
We
wear
had
the
one-
dress you bought?
Say again?
Did you wear the dress that you bought?
Yes, I did wear the dress that I bought. I was all nice and green, but I'm telling you, it was so hot. It felt nearly hotter that day than it was even on the Saturday. Because it was during the day. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like, but they were 2 hot weekends, weren't they? Like 2 hot days on the weekend. Yeah. So, yeah, pretty bad.
Did the boys go with you?
They did. And then they go home. They probably stay for like around half an hour and then decide they want to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not when Aiden's 18 next year.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'll be
dude.
sticking.
He'll be kicking on.
You'll be at the fiddle for sure.
Oh,
So I've had a look, Mary. You're 37th.
yeah.
You got 5 last week, which is not too bad.
Oh, look. Hello.
And this is what's the breed of our dog?
Havanese.
Another Havanese. Yeah, Stub, I can't see your name. Where are you here?
He's just scrolling.
20. I'd be in the 20s, mate.
Oh, I'm going the wrong direction then. That's what it is.
Yeah, mate. I'd be in the 20s somewhere.
Yeah, I was doing well.
Yeah, you are. No, you've even better than that. You're 18th
18th.
Oh,
in the top 20.
In the
But
top.
we need to get into your eldest's phone so we can see who he's tipping this week. Coming third. That's sensational. And he's only one off the lead too. He's 19th.
But that's what happens when South won a few games, John. Wait till South start going bad. And you'll start
Yeah.
going bad as well.
yeah.
Well, Latrell's back next week, I think. So that can only help.
No, that's it.
But
See
yeah,
what
so footy tipping. I apologise, mate. I usually do have all the stats and the facts with the tipping, but I haven't organised it this week.
No, that's all right, mate. We're a
I'm
night early, so I'll let you off.
It is actually tonight's usually the night that I do it all. Do you know what team you guys are in? Now, not many people know the
I'm
answer.
in Meninga.
Okay, and they're leading at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm only thinking that. I'm not 100% sure on that, but
Well, you can stick with it. Stick with it.
yeah, well, that's it.
It's a good answer. Do you know how all that works with the teams comp?
Yeah, I'm all over it.
Yeah, good. I
Not
won't
sure
get-
about
I won't
anyone
I wouldn't
else.
have a clue.
I wouldn't get Mary to explain it.
Yeah. I wouldn't have a clue. Stevie.
Do you guys have a tipping strategy? So when you pick your tips, obviously you go against Parramatta and you pick Manly all the time. But do you have any other strategies? Mary, do you pick them by the hair colour or the jersey colour? What's the strategy on how you do your picks?
Oh, I look at who they're playing against and see who I think is the best team, to be honest with you. I watch a lot of footy, so
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched all the games last weekend, literally. I think except the Manly one. But I have them on in the background. I live in a house of boys, Steve, so you know what I mean? You have to, so it's always, I do a bit of strategy, but obviously it's not working this year because I'll always pick Penrith stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's
You
a
know.
pretty good bet, Mary.
Say again?
That's a pretty good bet. A pretty,
Safe bet. Yeah.
safe.
Yeah. But yeah, I do kind of. I'm getting more into it, I think, as well. So that's why I like to watch the games, and I love listening to the analysing after the game as well. I like all that.
She was watching 100% footy,
Yeah, I
and
like
she
that.
hates maths.
Yeah.
There we go. We both picked well, Stump.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed with Beck's footy knowledge and watching 100% footy. There you go.
Yeah, I like it. I quite enjoy it. It's good to get their perspective. Yeah.
All I've got to do now is convince Beck to drink beer, like Mary, and I'm just winning everywhere.
I'm going off it. I'm on a health kick, Steve. You know what I mean?
Right. I love to say I do, but no, I don't.
Yeah.
Now we got. Can you stay, Mary, for this? We've got a rapid fire round. So it's the last 10 questions before we finish up. If you don't have to give an answer if you haven't got one, but if you've got an answer, throw it in there. It doesn't need to be fast either. Like there's no real time limit. We can just keep dribbling all night if you like. But The first question is the greatest NRL player of all time. Who do you think's the best of all time?
Matty Jones.
Andrew Johns.
Andrew Johns.
I agree.
Yeah,
Andrew Johns.
Andrew? Yep. Can't disagree with that. Best current player in the NRL?
Nathan Cleary.
Yeah, I think Cleary has to be, yeah.
Can change a game.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Again, can't disagree. Biggest grub in the game. If you can't pick a grub, someone that you don't like out of...
Latrell Mitchell.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
I don't dislike anyone.
you can't be a fence sitter, Stump. Why Latrell? Mary, is there a reason?
Yeah.
I
don't know.
On the field?
I think because everyone thinks he's so fabulous, and every season he doesn't probably get through the season. That's probably a bit unfair because I don't know the fella, but it's just I think there's always so much aura around him, and then he always gets himself into trouble, or then just doesn't finish his season, or doesn't seem to care.
Yeah, he does. He's has a reputation of being quite lazy on the pitch, and that care factor that you're sort of referring to, I think, is evident sometimes on the park. But when he does put it all together, he can be very good. But he's a little bit like Jared Hayne. I'm always against people when it comes to Jared Hayne because I think he was one of the laziest players as well. Our dogs are talking to each other. I'm sure our dog bark because your dog bark because nothing just happened.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one is one rule in the comp that you would change if you could.
I don't really know.
Mine's short dropout.
Yeah.
Scrum.
The short dropout. If the short dropout doesn't go 10 metres, should be a penalty in front, 2 points. Where they are now it's a short dropout. It's a play the ball. So you don't really get penalised. Like you get penalised because you're only 10 metres out. But if you want to have the shot at goal, I think you should be able to afford that. It should be a penalty in front.
Yeah, I like it. Well, it's like kicking out. It's like kicking out on the full type of thing.
Yeah, that's right. Like the ball doesn't go 10 metres, it should be a penalty. That's the rule. So that's my.
The scrum. I don't see the point of that thing. I call it a scrum, but I don't even know is it a scrum. Is it?
It's a rest break.
I don't know.
That's all it is.
He was trying to explain. What's that about?
It's when the blokes just get together and have a bit of a cuddle, Mary.
There's no point of it. There's absolutely no point of it.
Yeah, agree. The scrums are very frustrating. I don't mind the scrums being in the comp just from a tactical point of view where they can have a set play and whatever, but they're absolutely pointless. They feed it into the second rower's feet. And
yeah.
I reckon if you allow them to push, it'll make it more entertaining and interesting again.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen.
It's not. Right, one NRL you can change. We've done that. Golden point or extra time?
Golden point.
Golden point, yeah, that's good.
Yep. Best bet of the round. So I couldn't even tell you who's playing this week apart from our two teams. But if you know who's playing this week, who do you think?
Manly.
I don't know who's playing. Sorry, I don't look until Thursday.
Triple X special.
To be honest with you.
Triple X special.
Yeah. Well, the last man standing. You went in that last man standing comp, were you, Stump?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was out with Penrith, like everyone else.
I reckon if it was still going, the obvious bet would be Manly this week against us. But
you could be all right over there.
I doubt it. Manly don't lose on home ground, so you're a fool, Stevie.
Yeah. Well, anything that's going to save us, I was saying before, Mary, when you were out, the water. So it being a rained event, as we expect it to be, I'm hoping that helps us.
I think we're playing Sunday.
Yeah, you are Sunday, 3 o'clock or something.
Saturday.
All right. If it's dry on Sunday, well then that's not going to be good either.
Brookvale's got great drainage.
No good day to play Manly at the moment. But all right, premiership. Who's going to win the premiership in this year, the 2025 season?
I think I originally picked the Broncos, but then I think the Broncos, but I originally picked the Broncos, so I'll stick with them. I don't think Penrith's going to win this year.
Broncos or Manly?
Yeah.
One or the other.
Yeah, wow. That's surprising to hear you both say that. I mean, especially from last year and how poorly they went. But obviously they've turned things around a little bit. I think injuries, as it happens with all teams, is going to be an important factor to who gets to the end.
They've got a lot of ability across them. Like their two front rowers, Carrigan and Maynard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
he's unbelievable. He is.
And Ben Hunt thrown in the mix with.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They got everyone.
We should put a bet on for Broncos. Actually, we should take a bet now.
You haven't got enough money.
Yeah, well,
Get some money at the house. Let's have the house on.
I'm talking about $10 bet.
yeah, I agree. I think he makes a big difference supporting Reynolds. And it's the same as your 5'8", and the name escapes me. Who came from the Tigers?
Where at? Brooks.
Brooks. I think he makes a big difference in your side as well. Having two,
he does.
you know, if you stuff our mum play, then he's mature enough and smart enough to be able to take it on and still cause something to happen.
Yeah, no, 100%. Totally agree with that.
Wooden spoon.
Here we go.
Oh, Parramatta, seriously, do you have to ask that? Sorry, Steve.
I'm getting the mute button ready. I'm just hovering over.
She's already said it.
Yeah. You know, but when Mitchell comes back, you never know. They might change things, but or is that like North Queensland aren't playing very well at the moment either?
Yep. Yeah, you can't argue with Parramatta being.
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone playing with
them or the Dragons, I think, at the moment, to be honest. But
yeah.
Gofo didn't make a great decision, did he?
Well, he made a better decision than staying by the sounds of it. But I think the Dragons are going better than what people give them credit for. I mean, not that I know anything, but I won't be surprised if they're fighting for the 8. I don't know if they'll get the wooden spoon, but there you go. Time will tell. There's always one roughie in the comp. That, no one expects to do any good, and there's always one that seems to sort of.
That might be West Tigers bringing up the 8th this time around, Steve. Though.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. It wouldn't be a big surprise, but from where they've been, obviously.
Yeah, that'd be good if they did.
It's funny when I've been coming home sooking every week this season. I've been told by many Tiger supporters to
have a cup of concrete.
Yeah, have a cup of cement and pull my head in. But anyway, we live on. Who's winning the tipping comp this year?
Me.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not.
Right.
Who's going
to win the tipping comp?
Oh, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have a clue. Me, I'll win it.
Yeah, very good.
Aiden.
If you can't pick each other or yourselves, who else? There's one obvious one you should be saying.
Aiden. Well, Aiden's on top.
Yeah, Aiden's on top. Yeah.
Aiden's on top. Yeah. So at the end of the day, the answer is someone in the Martin family is going
to win. Someone in the family. So I can get my money back.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to afford the $10 bet on
Broncos.
Yeah.
And the final question, mate. If you had to host a barbecue and invite 3 people, who would they be?
Who would they be? I'd have to bring my wife now.
Yeah. Are we talking about famous people? I'd bring Adele.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, entertainment. She can
you can have one.
I'm probably Michael Jordan.
Yeah, right.
Conor
McGregor, yeah. That'd be good, Brando. Yeah.
That would be chaos. Michael Jordan, Conor McGregor, and Adele.
And I'll put Pink in the mix as well. I'll bring Pink.
Over at the place going for a swim in a barbecue. What would you cook for them, mate? What would you put on the grill?
I'd have to put the new pizza oven that I've just installed. I have to put pizzas on.
Nice.
Not that I'm much good at it, but I'll have a crack at it.
Yeah, why not? Very good. Well,
are you still drying your meat?
We're still doing a bit of biltong. We're still doing a bit. I've got 4 different instruments in my backyard to cook on. So there's pizza ovens, there's kettles, there's barbecues.
And I'm still waiting for dinner tonight, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's still nothing organised for dinner.
So I missed it. So what was it? You were going to do the wood fire pizza. That was the.
No, it's gas, mate. It's not wood fired. That takes too much work. It's gas operated, mate. Plumber, got to have gas.
Very good. Well, that's it. We've actually gone over time, and lucky the football isn't on tonight because it'll be kicking off as we finish up. Thank you both for jumping on. Mary, thanks for sticking in there and saying hello to everybody. As I said to Craig before, it's all about getting to know the people behind the scenes. So it's not just a name on a ladder on a website. They get to meet the people that are involved in the comp, and I appreciate you guys taking the time out. I'll let you guys go and cook yourselves up something to eat.
Yeah, toasties.
No, we got lamb cutlets.
Lamb cutlets, not.
Oh, well, that's no good for Mary.
Yeah, I know.
No, the
I'll be a veggie burger or something. I like I have every night. Okay, see you guys.
Bye.
See you later. Thank you for jumping on. And as I always say, guys, keep your tips smart, your banter sharp, and remember, it's all fun and games until the final whistle.
Thanks, buddy.
We're out. Thank you.
Catch ya.